Welcome back to Free the Tomatoes. Today we are going to wrap up 365 Days of Samples, the 2017 edition. Just wanted to shout something out really quickly. Thank you to LS here on YouTube for letting me kind of jump on this bandwagon and do these videos, because I really enjoyed this when I watched it on her channel, and I'm really happy to be doing it here on mine. So if you haven't checked out Elle's videos before, I will link them down below. Hopefully put it up here somewhere in the bar so you can also check it out, but definitely go give her a look. This was her idea and I was inspired by it, and she willingly let me actually kind of just jump on here and take her idea and run with it. So thank you, Elle, and like I said, go check her videos out. But now let's get into wrapping this up. So the first thing we're going to wrap up is the makeup portion of the 365 Days of Samples, and the first one I had was the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Now, not a bad mascara, just not a standout mascara. It does the job. It does eventually kind of start running, but it is after quite a few hours of wear, so it does last very long, but it's starting to go very thick and kind of clumpy on my lashes, but it wears nice. So there's nothing standoutish about it. It's a decent mascara. It lasts. Would I buy it again? Well, I already do have it in my collection. Thanks, Mom. That was from you. So definitely I'm going to be using it again, and I don't mind. So yeah, kind of neutral on this. It's good, but not good to the point that I'm like, go out and get it. It's just good. Next is a product that I don't want to say I'm blown away. I guess I did not expect to like this product, and I don't like it to the point that I'm like, you have to go out and get it, but I like it, and I'm just blown away by the fact that I actually like it. And that is, sorry, I just threw it. That is the Huda Beauty, what is this even called? Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base Primer. This was a sample that came with her foundation, and if you haven't watched it, I did do a review on her foundation, and I didn't like it. Just put it bluntly, it didn't wear nicely on my skin. It was so fragranted that it actually made me sick, and after about 45 minutes of wearing it, I had to take it off. Like, I just couldn't do it anymore. So when I saw that it came with a primer, I was like, why did I even keep the sample of the primer? Because I did end up actually returning the foundation, but I'm like, you know what, don't knock it till you try it. So I tried it, and this is definitely still fragranted. It's not as heavily scented as the foundation. It does also still linger. However, when you put any other foundation on it that doesn't really have a scent, or maybe it just has a scent that you're able to tolerate a little bit better, it kind of, I'm not going to say neutralizes the primer scent, but it does kind of dull it down a little bit. So it did kind of irritate me a little bit, definitely not to the point that the foundation did. It was a tolerable kind of irritating. It was just kind of like, this would be better if it wasn't fragranted, but we can still go on. And the one thing I really liked about this is that it left a really sticky base on your skin. Not exactly like glue, but kind of like that happy middle between regular primer and glue. So you knew your foundation was going to stick, and the foundation actually wore well when you put it on top of this. So impressed by how it worked. I liked how it felt on my skin. I just wish she would come out with a unscented line. Like, same product, just no scents. That would be great. Next are two products I had to retire, and that's just because, I don't know why, but fragrances, after trying that foundation, after starting a job that's kind of, I'm pulling my hair out, but after starting a job that's also in a very fragranted environment, I just find that fragrances are just, they're not working for me. They're making me super ill, nauseated, headaches, and I'm just like, I need a break from them. So I had to retire the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black and White, just because this white one, again, just kind of gives me headaches, makes me nauseated, and I just couldn't do it. So there's about 3/4 of each one left. So they're definitely going to be going back into the bin, and hopefully whenever this fragrance problem kind of settles itself, we'll start doing fragrances again in 2018. And I keep pulling my hair out. Lastly, we have the skincare portion of this video. One of them I accidentally recycled, because this is not my first time filming this video, and I did recycle it after I filmed it the first time. Lesson learned. Don't recycle anything until all your videos are edited and actually uploaded, because you never know when you're going to have to refilm. And that first product was the Tata Harbor Smoothing Body Scrub, I think is what it was called. It was that little one that was kind of a green wrapping around the outside and then had like a goldish lid. I love Tata Harbor. I think her resurfacing, is that what it's called? I think it's called the Resurfacing Cleanser and Mask. And those are great. I think they feel beautiful on the skin. You get really nice results on it. And I was excited to try this scrub, but the scrub was kind of lacking something for me. So if you take it out of the container and you try to rub it on your skin just straight up, it would pull because it was a little bit too sticky. So you add a little bit of water to kind of emulsify it a little bit, and all of a sudden the scrub granules would start dissolving because they were either sugar or salt. So you were damned if you went in dry, and you were damned if you went in trying to emulsify it. So unfortunately it just did absolutely nothing for me. So definitely would not be repurchasing that in the future. Now on to the products that I still have. The first one is the Tarte Guard Tarte 30. Tarte Guard 30. This is just the SPF in the Tarte line. I'm kind of neutral on this one. So this is definitely more affordable than Coola. However, it doesn't sit on the skin the same way Coola does. So if you haven't seen my past videos, you know I'm trying to find a replacement for my Coola products just because they're starting to get a little too expensive for me. And I think this is the closest thing I found yet, but it's definitely not good enough to stop searching. So it absorbed nicely, it felt nice on the skin, but it did kind of leave this residue behind. And I like the Coola ones because you can actually get the matte version of them, so they kind of sink into your skin and they don't make you shiny, they don't make you look oily, they don't make you look like you have anything on your skin, but this definitely did. So feels nice, wears nice, just leaves that lingering sensation on your face. Next is a product that I'm going to have to read to tell you what it's called. It's by Peter Thomas Roth, and it is the 24 Karat Gold Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Prism Cream. Now on here it says that it's an all-over self-adjusting illuminator targeted highlighter. So this was the one that I was kind of sassingly was like, oh, I'm gonna be a golden twilight vampire in my last video. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit excited for that. Being so pasty, you know, sometimes highlighters can look a little bit ridiculous, and then sometimes you just want to look a little ridiculous. So I was really hoping it was going to be one of those out there kind of highlighters, and unfortunately it was actually quite subtle. So you put it on your skin and they're almost like the micro diamond kind of dust that you can get in body lotions to give you that shimmer. It was like that, but kind of like a gold color. So it was very subtle, definitely not in your face whatsoever. But the other thing I didn't really like about this was that a little didn't go a long way. You put a little in your hand, you kind of go to rub it on like your décolleté or your shoulders, and it was like instantly absorbed and gone. And it definitely didn't leave a hydrating feeling. And the last product, I don't know why I ended with this product, but it's a sheet mask from Innisfree. And again, if you've seen any of my future past videos, if you've seen my future ones, let me know, because that's quite impressive. But my past videos, I have horrible luck with sheet masks. I think I've found 2 that I like so far, and I've tried dozens. So it's gonna come as no surprise to you guys that not a fan of this. It just did nothing for me. It didn't leave my skin feeling tight. It didn't leave me feeling hydrated. It didn't even leave me really looking even glowy. It just did absolutely nothing. So seeing some of the reactions I've had to sheet masks before where it went pretty ugly, irritated my skin, some gave me allergic reactions, I definitely take this over those ones. But it's getting sad. I don't know what it is. I just cannot find a good sheet mask. So again, if you have any recommendations, please leave them down below, because I don't know, I really want to have a good experience with one. One day it'll happen, just not with this guy. So that is it for 2017's 365 days of samples. Again, sorry to be redundant, I just am really thankful. So thank you, Elle, for letting me do this. And you've even watched a couple of my videos because you've even commented on some of them. So thank you for your support and also letting me use your video idea. I'm very grateful for that. And again, I will leave her link down below as well as somewhere up here. So definitely check her out as well. And I will see you guys again in 2018 with a New Year's edition of 365 days of samples. But until then, bye guys.